Okay, guys, back again. So, this is the new bike. This is from Hiboy.com. This is a 750 watt motor. Top speeds they claim to be 80 to 100 kilometers an hour. A few things already that I really like. I like how all the cabling and the stuff in front, it's very neat, it's very tidy. I like how they got these little wraps to hold everything. It's very, very thoughtful that they would tidy that up for you and keep everything very, very neat and tidy. I do have a little upgrade for that. I do have some other little things that I'm going to do. It's just my own personal touches. Like, for instance, I have gold ones. For the brake adapters, I have a different one that's going to be gold. So just to add my own flair, I will be swapping those out. Just also, one thing I noticed that we don't have is any type of fender. Now, one thing I also like is the streamline of where the battery is, how clean that is on the frame, and how really sick that looks. If you look at, this is my other bike over here, you can see the difference on how that's more bulky and it's much heavier. Also, first thing to come off this bike is that fender, because that fender is going on that bike just because I like my Eagle and I'm keeping that. So I will be removing the fender off that bike. So little touches I will add this type of wrap instead of the black like they have. Yeah, but this is my old bike right here. You see, and I'll be removing the rack off of here and installing that onto there. The only thing I don't see are these points on the other bike. So let me see if those are there. We'll go this way around. So, no, they don't. There's the mounting points are here to mount the bike rack, but I don't see where you would mount your bike rack. But I do have adapters that will have this little metal wrap that comes around and it can attach that way. So all in all, so far, I really like the look of this bike in comparison to my other one. The style is very... one thing I did notice, the handlebars are super aggressively wide. And yeah, other than that, it was really tricky to figure out where that charge port was. It took me a little bit to figure that out. Thinking this bike came with instructions. The other thing I don't like is the knob tires. I live in a city, and I find slicks work a lot better in the city. I find I will go through these tires really fast, and tires are usually very expensive. The other thing I did notice, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 7-speed. The ad did say it's a 9-speed. Personally, I've died on my other bike and the battery died. I would prefer to have the extra 2 gears, because that means I can go into a lower gear, and I would think it'd be easier to pedal the bike, because I know when this thing dies, it is not an easy bicycle to push, because the motor releases the locking mechanism inside here, making it very easy. Once the engine's on and the power's on, there's power inside of the motor, making it easier for it to move. But when there is no power, this is not your easiest bicycle to move by far. It is very hard, very difficult to move this bike under just pedal power. So I would have preferred to have the upgraded 2 extra sprockets. That way, if I did die and I was on a dead battery, it would give me 2 extra sprockets or lower gears to get me maybe moving based on the weight and stuff like that of the bicycle. So I would have preferred, definitely to have the 9-speed shifter versus the 7-speed that's here. So I was expecting, based on the ad itself, to have a 9-speed shifter and 9-speed gear. So I'm very disappointed in that. But we digress and we'll move on. But I am now charging this, and I am going to rip this sucker to my friends shortly and show off my bicycle to him, and I will video that tour to over there. The other thing I don't see is integrated lights. I think they could have maybe integrated some kind of LED into the frame for a rear light, because there is, they do have the room, or had some kind of, because I know they do have in the box here. This is the box that came, so they did provide all the tools necessary to assemble the bicycle. This is the front headlight right here. I'm just wondering why they couldn't have created, that's the headlight, a light for the back. Wouldn't that make sense? Because you do, it's just the same system, and then just have another wire in the back instead of having. Because now I need to buy another a light for the back of the bicycle. Or the other thing I don't like the steel pedals. These could have been aluminum alloy. These could have been a lot lighter. So on my other bicycle, I have other very low profile aluminum alloy pedals. I will be putting those on instead of these ones, because these are an easy, 3 pounds maybe. So the bike itself is very heavy. So, I do appreciate, thank you for the tools, and thanks for having a light. I would recommend if you could have, having an extra off that same, when you turn that on, you're done turning on the rear light, or have that integrated so that you can have here on the bike somewhere, instead of just a normal reflector, an actual LED light. And I don't think that would have been too hard. You just change that to red, and boom, you got a backlight. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Anyways, that's my opinion so far. Yeah, otherwise, I really do like the streamline of the battery. I really enjoying the look of this. I like the seat. And I'm looking forward to ripping this down the road very shortly. So until next time, I'm Daryl Smiley, and that's my review of this bike for now. I will get back on any other things that I figure out going forward, and I'll give you another update coming soon. We'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out.